I kind of want to talk about this for a second because I feel like sometimes people are under this impression that like there's only two sides. Like here's the side. Like let's talk about Kanye West and Drake doing that benefit concert or whatever, and what it was supposed to signify to the rest of us, and in actuality, what it was. Like I appreciate Drake being the bigger person in so many areas. Like Drake, we can say everybody can have their feelings, but Drake is a way bigger artist than Chris Brown. So for Drake to do a collaboration with Chris Brown was basically that did so much for black culture in terms of just like saying like, okay, we can exist at the same time, and literally let me not like annihilate you and try to, because if Drake were to continue to be on the side like fuck this nigga, like what he really honestly feels in real life, and to just like say this to him, then there would be too many people who are on opposing sides who would be like, I'm never gonna fuck with Chris Brown, because nobody wants to be affiliated with like a losing side. So he was I personally think that the sixth god was trying to come to the middle and be like, I'm a team player for the culture. Let me show up and try to make a bop, because it was a bop. Like the Chris Brown and Drake track was a bop. They still had opposing sides, but it was like a dance battle. The dance battle was this mutual space. He even gave Chris Brown an opportunity, because like Chris Brown's a much better dancer, all right? So it's like Chris Brown had his like, he was like, he got a participation trophy. In reality, like Chris Brown is losing major, and Drake is winning big. Like let's be honest. Like let's look at numbers, let's look at figures, let's look at like net worth, like all the things. Like Drake is like literally winning. I'm not saying Chris Brown is like a scrub on the street or nothing, but like I really feel like Drake is the much bigger artist in terms of fucking life, right? Like, and in terms of culture, in terms of everything. Like, if we had to pick, like, if one person didn't have to exist, Chris Brown could go and the world would be the same. We've got Usher. I feel like we wouldn't really miss Chris Brown in history. Drake has done so much in terms of rap. Like, he might be the greatest rapper, honestly, to have ever existed. Simply because he's one of those artists who's like he's like been inspired by other artists, but like the song is about the inspiration. Like he literally made a song that was like, I am inspired by Lil Wayne and here's how. And that song, the inspiration tribute song, went platinum. So it's like his whole, like, he's like the inspiration rapper that even, he's like Logic, who's actually successful, right? Okay, but let's talk about him literally snapping, like clapping back at Kanye West on this song that was about like why he did the benefit concert. So I don't know, because I didn't really watch the benefit concert, but it seems like whatever happened in the benefit concert, like even Drake's portion of the benefit concert, you can't even watch it because he like took it off or something. Like I don't think he did that benefit concert, and he literally said it, I guess, in the diss song where he was like, I only did the benefit concert for Jay Prince. Like all the money that came from that concert was like literally going to get certain people out of jail and to like benefit certain people, and certain people put it on. So the money that was earned from that concert was going to certain people and benefiting certain people's causes. And so I think Drake was in support of that. No part of it was like he was like, I am now best homies with Kanye West and I support him in all his endeavors. He never said that. He never said that, and he does not feel that way. So it would almost be like if I were to, like, for instance, Chick-fil-A has done some shit politically that's like really, I think it's like completely opposed to trans life. Like it's basically said, fuck trans people. We hope trans people die. I feel like to an extent that's kind of the position, the political position that Chick-fil-A has taken. I'm still going to go to Chick-fil-A, even though I know that that's the position that they take. Why? Because I personally like the nuggets. So me going to Chick-fil-A is not me saying, I totally also agree with like the fuck trans lives and I hate trans people. No, I simply like the nuggets. Like they are providing a service that is good for me. If there was another company that was just as accessible and the price range was similar and the product was equally as quality, I would go there. But like, to be honest, I'm neutral on the trans issue. So like that is just not going to be a deterrent factor to me. In the same way that like there's hella people in society who don't give a shit about the Black Lives Matter anything. Like, there's Black Lives Matter as an organization, and then there's the actual black people who are alive. And there are quite a lot of people alive right now who don't give a shit about either. So, like, there could be a whole Nazi organization that's making chicken nuggets, and they're going to still buy the chicken nuggets because they don't give a shit about Black lives. That's the same way I feel about Chick-fil-A. It's just kind of like, this is not my battle. I want the nugget. If they're selling the nugget, I'm selling the nugget. That's what Drake did in this concert, and I don't understand why everybody can't just take it for what it is. Like, y'all can sit here and try to write a million think pieces about how Drake and Kanye West are now friends. That's not the case. What happened is Drake is being a literal capitalist. He's saying, I'm going to get my money and go my fucking way and write my raps. He can write 27 diss tracks about Kanye West saying, I hate this nigga, I hate this nigga. He's still a whack nigga, I don't like him. And that's the truth. Like, and he could do a benefit concert right next to him, sharing the stage with them, being like, nigga, I hate you, you're a fucking bitch. In the same way that he's not making, like he's not, like, showing up at Serena Williams, like, parties and shit, being like, your husband's a bitch, but he can get on a diss track and be like, I don't like this bitch, he's a phony. Like, that's the real shit. Like, that's how real life works. Like, people who you don't like, you can't stop them from existing. You don't need to try to, like, take away all of their, like, ability to participate in society and try to make them some, like, you know, recluse and, like, look at every one of their flaws and, like, nitpick. But you can just look at them as a person and say that there's this thing that they stand for that I don't like, and that's the situation. Like, the situation is, here's this thing with this one particular fucking individual that I don't like. You personally can be on the other side of that. You can be like, well, I do like this thing that they like. And there's other people who are like, well, I don't like this thing that they like. And neither one of you are right. Neither one of you are right in terms of, like, the other person is, like, not valid. Both of those things exist at the same time. You can be like, I like Serena Williams' husband. I don't like Serena Williams' husband. I do like Kanye West, or I do like Drake. Like, whatever side you stand on for a particular issue, it's okay. Like, the other side still exists. The other side is not going to go away. It doesn't matter even if the person goes away, like, whatever beef that people might have had with Takeoff or whatever other rapper, like, whoever said the thing that was like, oh, this is so bad, now this rapper is canceled. And so their one position, like, even though Takeoff's life might be lost, like, his ideas, like, he rapped about a lot. Like, he put out a lot of art. We can literally just listen to what he said, and we can, like, replay that forever to, like, understand his perspective in the world. Like, losing his life was sad because he was a fucking human, and his human life is valuable. And his opinion in that human life is still significant and valuable. It doesn't change just because he dies. The same way with Nipsey Hussle or any other person. Like, you can eliminate the person, you can kill the human, you cannot kill the idea. Someone else in some other human body who's going to come along, you don't know how they'll look, because eventually most people will transcend beyond race. So the idea lives on. The person might stop, but the idea lives on, and you cannot kill an idea. Ideas are mental. They're about understanding and context. That's the thing that's very strange about cancel culture. Like, you guys think that you're canceling individuals. You're like, I don't like people in black sweatshirts. I'm so happy I got that person in the black sweatshirt fired. Now my life's going to get better. The reality is you didn't like that idea that they stood for, and that's fair. You can not like that idea. The idea doesn't die, though. You didn't kill the idea. The idea and the understanding of it is still a perspective, and someone else believes in that, who's in that sphere that did not get canceled. And now they're going to find a more manipulative way to move that idea forward without making the same mistake that one person made. So maybe right now it was like Drake making this song and then Kanye West making a tweet saying, but I want to have peace. The reality is, like, the ideology and the ideas that Kanye West has presented to Drake as this individual, Drake is like, I don't fuck with you. I don't like it. Kanye West has not changed his ideology. So Drake's like, I still don't fuck with you. I don't like it. And that you can't, it's not about the person. Like, listen to what people are saying. What people are saying is important. You can cancel the person, but you cannot cancel the idea.